All right, today was a nice surprise. Things went pretty good. I might be getting the hang of this. All right, let's just jump right in and see what I did. I was pretty happy today. Here's the first stock I traded. I didn't have much time to trade today, so I tried to be in and out real fast in just a few stocks, 5 stocks I traded. The first one was pre-market gold. I was trading on Ninja Trader. I was just trading the sim today because we had the jobless claims report early this morning, and I think PMI, and there was something else. I don't like trading anything on those days early in the morning until the market kind of flushes itself out on the news. So I made sure that in Ninja Trader I stuck to my sim account. So I'm not going to show that because there's no point. It's a sim account. Um, but I did hurry and run over here after gold opened. I ran over here and saw this running here. This is ONCO. I'm sure a lot of you traded it today, and I'm sure you did better than I did. It had this big push up. That's when I saw it. So I came over here, pulled up my daily chart so I could mark my levels and mark these levels where I felt there was support and resistance in the past. And then let's see, I came over here. So price, I saw this come up and shoot through this level right here. I didn't like how it just failed miserably. Look at this. It just failed. So it comes back up. All this is happening, and I see, look at this level. This is why I feel if you cannot read level 2, I've got level 2 over here. I'll bring it down. If you cannot read level 2, look how horrible level 2 is on ThinkOrSwim. It's hard to read. It's all the same color, basically. So I just have given up on level 2. I work off of support and resistance levels. And then I also look at these the scalping indicator from Day Trading for Success, and I can see in each volume bar how much of the volume bar is a buyer, which is the green, and sellers, which are red. And that helps me to watch as it's happening, as the price action is happening, who's in control, buyers or sellers, what is the percentage of that in each candle. So in these candles, I can just look down at those bars and see that. That helps me, plus the levels that I'm marking. So you can see here, we had a bunch of resistance here. I stayed out of it right here, and I was waiting for it to break this level. This is $1.88. The next level is 217. That's kind of a long ways away, I felt, especially for a dollar stock. So I was a little hesitant. I got in here at $1.91 just as it passed all of this and the tops of these wicks. So I get in there, it comes down slightly and then opens and pushes up. I got out at 210. So that was literally right here. Right when that wick came down, I got out right there. And then I knew it just wasn't going to quite hit that. Well, it did here, but look what it did on these next few candles. It hit that level that I had marked, and it did not go past it. I mean, barely. So I got in again here. I saw this right here, this red candle, as a pullback, and I thought that would be enough of a push to push it up. So I got in at 220, and I got out for just 3 cents because I could see this was wicking and coming down. And I'm glad I did, just to get out for 3 cents and not be stubborn and try to hold it higher. Look, it came down. And then it stopped at this level here. Again, this was resistance. It's now support. This level was acting as support. So I'm watching it, comes down. It does almost a doji, like it's not even a full body in here. So I felt that would be a good time just to take it up. And I did, and I got in at $1.99. However, on this candle here, it started dumping, and I realized no way, it's not going to hold. So I got out for a 3 cent loss, and then it failed. So today was not really good. I didn't make a lot of money, but I feel like marking these levels and getting out at a 3 cent loss, but taking a much higher, like a 15-cent profit, is much better. And I just feel this was spot on. I read this well. I read the levels well. I got out with just a few pennies, realizing I can just get right back in. Now I'm wishing that I would have taken more than 100 shares. I was actually so focused on gold, and the opening range box is right in this area, and I needed to get over there, that I only wanted to do 100 shares in case I had to completely ignore it and I got too distracted. So let's go to Coreweave. Coreweave, Coreweave didn't have news at first, but it's one that I had been watching, and it jumped up. It was on one of my upper charts, and it had jumped up, and I couldn't understand why. So I was watching it, and big candles going up. So I knew there had to be news somewhere. Someone knew some news that I didn't, and I couldn't find any news on it. I stayed out of it. I want to pull this up so you can see also the volume bars. So it's going up right about here. And I keep thinking, damn, what if I just got in a small share size so that when the news does come out, I can capture it. However, I do remember I've day traded Coreweave in the past, not super recently, but in the past, what would happen is it gets news and it doesn't hold. It takes its first run and then fails that I could remember, and that isn't very recently. So I was a little hesitant to get in without knowing. And again, because if I have a high share size and it just dumps down, that's a huge loss. So I played it safe. I only had this level right here, and there wasn't any other level for me to mark. So I ended up seeing this come down right when the news hit. This started to come down and then shoots up. So I got in right when I heard what the news was, and they were having this $21 billion deal with Meta. Well, I jump in here and I did get out. Let's scrunch this down so you can see it. I got in at 96.22 and got out at 0.51. So I caught about 30 cents on this move. There was I had marked out God, why can't I say it? Fibonacci levels. So I had marked that out, and that was about all I had going for me. So anyways, it fails here, and I don't bother trading it because I already know in my head what Coreweave has done in the past. Once it makes its run up, it can be done, and it was, and I missed it. That's it. So I played it safe. Not a lot, $57.76. So let's get that up. I like actually seeing this 15-minute chart. Well, it doesn't want to go up. There we go. Okay, let's go on to Palantir. You know, Palantir I trade almost every day. I just got in. I think this was just quick. I'm trying to be quick because I've got a lot of work to do and I don't have time. And I want to trade a little less if I can, although there's one today that I didn't trade less, and I'll show you. But this was pretty good. I literally just did 200 shares. I caught this going straight down. I did not continue to trade Palantir because I was so confused on why Palantir was dumping. And I get it. If they say the war is over or possibly over, whatever, Palantir's going to be soft. But it was like dumping, and it was dumping past normal support levels that I know in my head just from trading this so often. So it started getting down in the $130 range, and normally it stops at about 130, and buyers will start coming in and they like that price and will buy it up. And I've just known this in the past. I sometimes buy it up at 130. So I got it down to about this 131 level and I stopped. Well, over here, it got down to the 129 range, and I barely traded it a little bit and just stopped. I actually gave $1 back here. I had $77, and right in this area, I gave back $1, and I just stopped at $76. I was done. And plus, look at the candles. They're so tiny. You just to scalp like 10 or 20 cents, it was just like watching paint dry. It was good volume, but watching paint dry, it wasn't for me. So Amazon, let's move to Amazon. I'm going to try to trade this like at least one trade a day, because yesterday I said I moved this over. I owned this stock. I own it. And I moved it over to another account so I could day trade it. But I've owned it for so long, I never watch it. So I'm trying to learn it and get to know it. So you can see here, I got in, I was doing 100 to 200 shares. And I said yesterday, I shouldn't be doing that. I should probably tone it down to 50. So I rode this up, just scalping. That's all it was. I didn't mark any levels. You can see where the whole and half dollars on these larger cap stocks. Look at this. The whole and half dollar levels that I have marked out here is all I use. Look how much they hold. Look at this. And then look at this here. That's pretty much all I use on these now. And then I rely heavily on this scalping indicator. This is from Day Trading for Success. And I'm watching the half and whole dollar levels as support and resistance, combined with this scalping indicator where I can notice if the buyers are at the top and sellers are at the bottom, showing me that the buyers are in complete control. Or I can see on some of these, it's half and half and it's a struggle. But also I can see how volume has come down or gone up and reacting with that. So I'm really working just off those two things. I've been saying it the past few videos. That's all I have. And then that was $61. I actually did pretty good on that. I traded a little bit over here just real quick and got out and I was done. So the last one was Google. Again, I was kind of running out of time. And it was just one scalp. And it was a quick in and out for 30 bucks. I did 200 shares and I got 15 points. Just about 15 points. And you can just see it right here. So I literally just got in real quick here and got out. I like trading Google. So I actually wanted to trade Google today because they had some good news. The problem is this was just kind of meandering and it was just taking so long. I don't have time. So I just had to stop. So 1 for 30, it was fine. So that's it. The whole day today. Oh, I came back at power hour, but the volume was horrible. It was half the normal volume. Everything I like to trade at power hour, NVIDIA, AMD, literally slashed in half. Each of the volume bars, this part of this indicator will show me what the previous candle's volume was and what this candle's volume is. And it was horrible. It was at least half. So I just said I was done for the day. $243.17. Nice short video. I was pleased with today. I wish it could have been a little more. Please let me know what you did. You know, I love to hear that. It has been hard trading lately. I mean, it's been probably close to a month now. Well, ever since we invaded Iran. I mean, it's been hard. That's all I can say. If we can get through this, we can get through anything, I think. All right, let me know how you guys did today. I'd really love to hear it.